Welcome to the McKnight Center, and thank you for joining us on Center Stage. During this series, we invite you to learn alongside us as we take a closer look at the performing arts, guest artists, and so much more. We encourage you to keep on learning and create your own fun at home. Joining us today, we have Greenwood School of Music professors Meredith Blecha-Wells and Jackie Skara. Later, we'll be chatting with them about their initiatives at the Community Music School. But first, let's share in the efforts of the students from Community Music School. I'm here with Jackie Skara and Meredith Blecha-Wells, GSM professors, and we're going to talk a little bit more with them about the Community Music School. So thank you both for joining us. And let's just dive right in and tell us a little bit about your roles at Greenwood School of Music.
Great. Well, I'm Jackie, as you said, and I am really excited to be here. I am the professor of viola and music education. I work with people who want to be music teachers in the public schools, who are interested in learning pedagogy, and who want to perform on the viola.
And I'm Meredith, and I teach cello here at Oklahoma State, and I've been here for quite a number of years now, 13, I think, going on 14. And so I'm professor of cello, and it's been great since day one.
Awesome. So since you have the 13 or 14 years of experience, I have a feeling that you were around when Community Music School originated. So can you tell us how it came to be?
Yeah, so the Community Music School is really, I think, a celebration of the universities and leadership and administration, their belief in community engagement and the support of that endeavor. And so the Community Music School is this beautiful program which develops our access to pre-college students, to students in adulthood, and really bridges a relationship between our faculty and those in the Stillwater community as well as the surrounding areas.
Okay. And so how did you happen upon being a part of the Community Music School, and likewise for you, Jackie?
I really lobbied for it. I really believe in it, and I believe in the power of what music education can do, both for those who are really serious as well as those who just want to be lovers of music, and I really believe in what it can offer. And so we have wonderful faculty here who are already teaching in some capacity, either privately or teaching in little chamber music settings or through summer initiatives. And so the Community Music School really brings that under one umbrella and embraces the different programs and an opportunity to create structure behind all those activities in a meaningful way.
And well, when I arrived here about 2 years ago, a lot of the programs were evolving and adding more tasks. And so Meredith, being the sole director, trying to run the entire program, and being a professor at GSM, wanted some additional help. And I was really excited to be a part of the team. And so now here we are 2 years later as co-directors, and it's been a fun journey.
Nice. Now, Meredith briefly touched on it, but Jackie, can you give us maybe a broader overview of who the audience is, if you will, for Community Music School?
Of course. So we are here at the Oklahoma State University Greenwood School of Music, a land grant institution. So our purpose, our mission is to serve the surrounding community. And as a community music school, our mission is to serve from infancy through adulthood. So our goal is to reach and fill the needs of any community member's wants or desires musically.
Okay. Now, knowing that your audience or your developmental groups are infancy to adulthood, obviously there must be quite a broad range of content and curriculum. And I know that, like many of us, we had to adjust to COVID. So tell me a little bit about that adjustment for the Community Music School during COVID and what your hopes are to grow that content after COVID.
Well, we had to switch virtually, as most programs had to. We kind of infused a lot of our programs with our GSM offerings. So when we would bring in guests from across the country to do virtual master classes or lectures, we would have that be available to our Community Music School students and participants as well, which was a really amazing opportunity for them to get to experience those master classes and, world-renowned musicians. We continued all of our private lessons virtually, and it was quite a fun experience for us to get that under our belts. And our youth choir and youth orchestra even did some virtual synchronous participation together as well.
So I've heard private lessons, youth orchestra, youth choir. Meredith, I know that there's rumblings of your intentions to grow.
Yes.
So let's hear a lot more. Let's hear some more about how you want to grow.
We are really excited. So first of all, this fall we are going to be initiating our baby program and our toddler program. So we're very excited to bring that into our fold. And we are moving to a full onslaught of instrument and voice type offerings. So previously, we've kind of kept it small in this string family. We are both string professors, and we've lived in that world pedagogically for years. And we wanted to open it up sooner, and COVID got in the way of our plans. So we're regrouping, and we're super excited to offer it this fall. So we will be offering, really any Western instrument that you can think of will be within our school. And then we have offerings for adults. So we have a community orchestra as well. And so we're really excited to see where that grows. And we are developing a board, and so we're excited to bring in people from the community to grow our vision in ways that we're not thinking of, and to really extend our reach. The other thing that's been positive about COVID is that we have been able to experience the pros and cons, but really kind of fast forward into the remote learning access. And so we're really excited about our plans to develop the extension of our reach beyond just, the 20-mile radius here.
if there's any silver lining to COVID, it is the reach aspect for a lot of programs, because we're not experts yet, but we're on that learning curve towards mastery, that the reach and the scope really is limitless as long as we make the effort. So that's great to hear. You mentioned infant class, and I think so many maybe parents or even just adults in general, we think, oh, they can't do that. They're too young for music. But the reality is those gross motor skills, those fine motor skills, they are just naturally integrated into music, making rhythm, hearing, listening, motion. But I know that you both really are advocates for the Suzuki program, or pedagogical program, if you will. And tell our viewers a little bit more about the Suzuki program and what it really is, Jackie.
Sure. So I think Suzuki program can be thought of as having some central tenets. One being that the parent is very involved. So it's really great because it allows a lot of family bonding and opportunities for parents and their children to work together toward an art. Secondly, it's the philosophy that every child can, and we really hold that to be true in our community music school. We want every child who wants to be involved to be here and to get to engage with music. I think a third major benefit is the group and social environment. So students who take private lessons, they also get group classes, they get to play in front of their peers and make music with their peers, and that social development is very critical.
Great. So it's creating quality experiences, no matter development, no matter the age, to make them a part of the community. And I think that that just is such a strong principle and value for you to have here at the Community Music School, and I know it holds true to, like you said, the land grant institute that Oklahoma State University is. So I'm excited to see the community music grow, and I'm hoping that in some capacity, myself or McKnight Center can be a part of that growth. So very excited to see that. Now, before we let you go, can you tell us a little bit more about how our viewers can find out more about Community Music School, whether it be the content, curriculum, or even signing up?
So we have a website, communitymusicschool.okstate.edu, and we're also on Facebook. So we hope people reach out on the web or come stop by our office and say hi.
Absolutely. Where can they find you if they're going to come by your office?
We are located in the Greenwood School of Music, and so our front office staff can help.
Perfect. Thank you again to each of you for joining us. It's been a great pleasure to work with you here and as well during the school year. So thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Meredith. And a special thanks to each of you, our viewers, patrons, and advocates. Keep an eye out for our next installment. And until then, keep creating at home.